silence that shouted louder than any song when the world stopped hearing his voice. Did they forget him? Or did the silence he left behind only amplify the love and admiration millions held in their hearts? For someone who stood on the grandest stages, serenaded the world with velvet vocals, and carried the gaze of stadiums filled with light sticks and tears, KimTaehyung's disappearance from the public eye in December 2023 left a void too heavy to ignore. But it wasn't a fall from grace. It wasn't scandal, or burnout, or retreat. It was something far more profound. A step forward, not as an idol, but as a man fulfilling a promise to his country. Yet what no one expected, not even the most passionate army, was that his service would spark international appreciation, provoke emotional responses, and even reignite national pride. How did a singer become a symbol of silent strength? Why are media outlets across continents praising a man in uniform whose name once graced magazine covers and music charts? This is not just a story of military duty. This is the story of a global artist choosing humility, of a man shedding the spotlight in the trenches, and of a nation quietly watching, then loudly applauding. And it begins not with a concert, but with a goodbye. December 11th, 2023. The day the velvet voice faded from the airwaves. It was early winter in Seoul. The kind of morning when the city smells of roasted chestnuts and the sky feels like a washed-out watercolor. Fans gathered quietly outside the Nonsen Army Training Center, clutching handwritten letters, tiny bouquets, and banners that read asterisk. We'll wait for you, Taehyung. Asterisk, there were no flashing cameras, no impromptu performances. Only a few captured shots of Taehyung in his uniform, waving softly before stepping through the gates. He looked calm, composed, even slightly amused by the crowd's restraint. But for those watching, it felt surreal. One of the most recognizable faces in modern music was about to trade velvet blazers for military fatigues, and he did it without fanfare. Asterisk, he didn't want attention. He wanted to serve. Asterisk, said a source close to HYB, BTS's parent company. Taehyung was adamant that this wasn't about BTS, or about his image. He said, "This is about Korea. I'm not KimTaehyung, the artist here. I'm just a citizen doing my part." But as the months unfolded, it became clear that Taehyung's presence was anything but ordinary. Even in the military, the unseen leadership. How Taehyung earned respect beyond the stage. Asterisk, what happens when someone known for his artistry, luxury fashion deals, and global ambassadorships becomes just another number in a platoon. Surprisingly, according to those serving alongside him, he didn't just adapt, he elevated. He never used his fame. Never once. A fellow recruit reportedly told Dispatch under anonymity. At first, some of us were awkward around him. You know, it's V from BTS. But he was the first to help during training drills, always offering support, always showing up early. There's this quiet intensity about him. He listens more than he speaks, but when he talks, people really listen. And then came the photos, grainy, unofficial, but gold to the fans. One showed Taehyung kneeling beside a fellow soldier, tending to his injured foot. Another captured him beaming during a tactical drill. Unlike previous idols who sometimes appeared stiff or distant in service photos, Taehyung looked not just present, but fulfilled. IT wasn't long before his superiors began taking notice. "We're proud to have him among us." Asterisk, said an officer from the special duty team where Taehyung was reportedly assigned. He is calm under pressure, focused, and a strong team player. And just like that, V the idol became Taehyung the soldier, whispers from the base. He's one of us. Asterisk, it might be hard to imagine a man whose face makes it going to lose. As part of BTS's global art collaborations, sharing meals in mess halls, folding laundry with comrades, or standing for hours during drills in bitter cold. But that's exactly what Taehyung did. Multiple anonymous sources who trained with him during the early months noted something unique: his ability to connect without words. He's an observer. One soldier told Seoul Shinmun. He watches before speaking. But he always knows the right moment to step in, whether it's helping a guy who's struggling or cracking a joke that makes everyone laugh during breaks. He's never trying to impress. He's just present. It makes you respect him more. That presence, rooted in humility and quiet strength, was what began drawing praise not just from fans, but from the Korean public and beyond. Veterans groups quietly noted his behavior as a model of how public figures should approach mandatory service. But it wasn't just his attitude that impressed them. Special forces and special recognition. The unexpected path in a twist few anticipated. Taehyung reportedly applied for the Special Duty Team, a selected unit known for its grueling training and high physical standards. It's a role often reserved for elite soldiers, those willing to endure extreme conditions and operate in high-pressure environments. Many question his motives. Why would an artist of his caliber voluntarily choose a tougher path? A fan theory that spread quickly online tried to answer that. Because he always chooses to do more than what's expected. According to Yonhap News, Taehyung passed the initial physical and psychological evaluations and was later assigned to an elite team for surveillance and tactical response. He didn't just serve, he challenged himself. That's rare. A military analyst noted. Celebrities often take the minimum route. Taehyung not only respected the law, he embraced it. But perhaps the most unexpected moment came not from drills or commendations, but from a quiet ceremony held on base in March 2025, where Taehyung received a commendation for leadership and morale support. The room was small, the applause earnest. And in a rare letter that later leaked online, his platoon members had written, simply, "You made this place better."